30 Hidden Gems of Italy. Discover the most beautiful villages you've never heard of. Part 1. Imagine this. Stepping into a world where history, nature, and culture meet in perfect harmony. Welcome to Italy's most amazing hidden villages. These places aren't just full of charm, they'll capture your heart with their medieval towers, coastal beauty, and stories that stretch back through the ages. Whether you're planning your next adventure or just dreaming, stay with us as we explore these magical spots. Trust me, by the end, you'll be ready to pack your bags. Let's start our journey. Tuscany's timeless villages. Our first stop is Tuscany, a region that's like a living postcard. Every village here feels like stepping back in time. So, let's explore some of the most beautiful places Tuscany has to offer. 30. San Gimignano, the medieval Manhattan. Imagine a skyline of towering, ancient buildings rising against the Tuscan hills. San Gimignano is a small village with a big history. Once, there were over 70 towers here, each one built by wealthy families to show off their power. Today, 14 towers still stand tall. If you climb the tallest one, Torre Grossa, you'll be treated to breathtaking views of the surrounding vineyards. As you stroll through the village, you'll find artisans crafting pottery, leather, and textiles, skills passed down for generations. And when your feet are tired, grab a glass of their famous white wine, Vernaccia, in the Piazza del Duomo. Can't you just picture yourself there, sipping wine and watching the world go by? 29. Volterra, an Etruscan gem. High on a hilltop sits Volterra, a town rich with ancient history. This is the place where art and the past come together. Close your eyes and imagine holding a piece of alabaster, smooth and cool in your hand. Here, you can visit workshops where skilled artisans still craft this stone, just like they did in ancient times. History buffs will love the Roman theater, which dates back to the 1st century BC. And the weekly market in Piazza dei Priori is the perfect place to feel the lively local vibe, with fresh produce, cheeses, and handmade crafts all around you. 28. Monteriggioni, a fortified jewel. Step into Monteriggioni, and it's like stepping into a storybook. Can you feel the rough stone of the ancient walls under your fingers as you walk? This tiny village is protected by a ring of medieval walls, and the views from the top are absolutely stunning. In July, the village hosts a lively medieval festival, with jousting, music, and feasts that take you back in time. If you're a foodie, don't miss the local wild boar stew or homemade pasta, it's delicious. 27. Certaldo, a literary treasure. Certaldo is a village with a literary soul. It's the birthplace of Giovanni Boccaccio, the famous Italian writer. You can visit the museum in his honor and explore the streets where he once walked. Take a funicular ride up to Certaldo Alto, the historic old town, where time seems to stand still. And don't forget to visit during the Mercantia Festival, when the streets come alive with performers, musicians, and artists. 26. Montepulciano, a hilltop gem. Perched high on a hill, Montepulciano is known for its Renaissance buildings and world-famous wine. Imagine wandering through its narrow streets, then stepping into a cool wine cellar to taste a glass of Vino Nobile di Montepulciano. It's a rich, full-bodied red wine, perfect for the region's hearty cuisine. And if you're into movies, you might recognize Montepulciano from the Twilight Saga, New Moon. But the real magic here is the Bravio della Botti, a wild barrel-rolling race through the streets. The town comes to life with music, parades, and celebrations. It's a place where tradition and festivity collide. 25. Pienza, a Renaissance masterpiece. Pienza is a small town, but it's a treasure trove of Renaissance architecture. It was designed by Pope Pius II as the ideal city, and it's hard to argue with his vision when you see the beautiful Piazza Pio II and the breathtaking views of the Val d'Orcia. Pienza is also famous for its pecorino cheese. Picture yourself walking through a quaint street lined with cheese shops, each more inviting than the last. If you visit in September, you can join in the Pecorino Festival, where you can taste different varieties of this delicious cheese. '24. Montalcino, a wine lover's paradise. Wine lovers, this one's for you. Montalcino is the home of Brunello di Montalcino, one of Italy's top red wines. Many of the wineries here have been run by the same families for generations. You can tour the vineyards, learn the art of winemaking, and, of course, enjoy a tasting. Imagine the taste of a rich, aged wine on your tongue, with views of the rolling Tuscan hills all around you. It's a place that feels timeless. 23. Savona, an Etruscan gem. Savona is small, but it's packed with history. Its Etruscan roots run deep, and you can visit ancient tombs carved into the rock just outside the village. The quiet streets and stone houses here make it the perfect place to experience a slower pace of life. You can also visit local farms to taste fresh olive oil, made from olives grown right in the region's rich soil. It's as authentic as it gets. 22. Polignano, the Little Jerusalem. Perched on a tough cliff, Polignano is known as Little Jerusalem because of its historic Jewish community. As you explore, you'll find the remains of a synagogue and a ritual bath, along with the Grand Orsini Palace. Can you hear the echo of footsteps on the ancient stone streets? Polignano is also famous for its Moscato wine, a sweet, fragrant white wine that pairs beautifully with the local cuisine. 21. Capalbio, a coastal gem. Capalbio, a village by the sea. With its medieval fortress and crystal-clear beaches, it's the perfect place to relax and unwind. Imagine the sound of waves gently crashing on the shore, the fresh sea breeze in your hair. Capalbio also hosts a famous short film festival in the summer, making it a cultural hotspot too. And the adventure continues. That's just the beginning of our journey through Italy's hidden gems. We've explored ancient towers, tasted the finest wines, and walked the quiet streets of villages where time seems to stand still. But wait, there's so much more to uncover. We'll continue the adventure, diving deeper into Italy's lesser-known treasures. From enchanting coastal towns to mountain villages tucked away from the world, the magic of Italy awaits you. So hit that subscribe button, and let's keep exploring together. 20. Anghiari, a medieval masterpiece. Imagine a village perched on a hill, overlooking a valley where history was made. That's Anghiari, famous for the Battle of Anghiari, a historic event that even Leonardo da Vinci captured. As you wander through its narrow streets, you'll feel like you've stepped into a painting. The stone houses, charming piazzas, and Renaissance palaces make it a place of beauty and peace. Can't you just picture yourself strolling along the Tiber River, with the wind carrying whispers of history? Every year, they celebrate the famous battle with a festival, complete with costumes and reenactments. It's like stepping back in time. 19. Cortona, an Etruscan treasure. High on a hill, Cortona greets you with stunning views of the Valdichiana Valley. As you arrive, the ancient walls seem to rise out of the landscape, inviting you in. This bustling town is full of life, art, and history. You can visit the Etruscan Academy Museum to see ancient artifacts or lose yourself in the beauty of Renaissance paintings at the Diocesan Museum. But it's not just about the past. Cortona's streets are filled with music, film, and literature, especially during the Cortona Mix Festival. And of course, the olive oil and wine here are famous. You'll want to taste the very soul of Tuscany in every bite and sip. 18. San Quirico d'Orcia, a peaceful retreat. San Quirico d'Orcia is the perfect place for anyone seeking tranquility. This quiet village, with its Renaissance gardens and Romanesque churches, feels like a sanctuary for the soul. The rolling hills of the Val d'Orcia surround the village, creating a peaceful, postcard-perfect scene. Walk through the Horti Leonini gardens, where the flowers bloom in harmony with the landscape, and you'll feel like you're in a dream. The nearby hot springs are also a great way to relax after exploring the vineyards and olive groves that make this area so special. 17. Assisi, the spiritual heart. Assisi is a place that moves you, spiritually and emotionally. Known as the birthplace of Saint Francis, this village is full of beautiful churches, narrow streets, and incredible views. The Basilica of Saint Francis, covered in frescoes that tell the story of the saint's life, is a must-see. Can you imagine standing in front of these paintings, feeling the quiet power of the centuries-old art? For a panoramic view, climb up to the Rocca Maggiore, a fortress with breathtaking vistas of the surrounding hills. Assisi is a place where spirituality and beauty blend seamlessly. 16. Spello, the flowering village. Welcome to Spello, the city of flowers, where every corner is blooming with life. In June, the streets become a canvas for flower petals during the Infiorata festival, when locals create beautiful floral carpets for the Feast of Corpus Christi. As you walk through Spello, every turn reveals another stunning floral display against the backdrop of stone houses. The artistry isn't limited to flowers. Visit the Church of Santa Maria Maggiore to see breathtaking frescoes by the famous artist Pinturicchio. This village is a feast for the eyes and the soul. 15. Bevagna, a step back in time. Bevagna feels like a place untouched by time. As you enter through one of its ancient gates, you'll find yourself in a medieval world, complete with old Roman ruins beneath your feet. Picture yourself sitting in a piazza, sipping a coffee, and watching the world go by as it has for centuries. Every June, the village comes alive with the Mercato della Gate festival, recreating life as it was in medieval times, right down to the crafts, food, and performances. You'll feel like you've traveled back through time. 14. Montefalco, the Balcony of Umbria. Montefalco is known as the Balcony of Umbria, and for good reason. From here, you can see breathtaking views of the surrounding countryside, dotted with vineyards that produce the region's famous San Gimignano wine. Imagine yourself standing on a hilltop, with the warm sun on your face and a glass of rich, red wine in your hand. That's the magic of Montefalco. Don't miss the Church of San Francesco, where frescoes tell stories of saints and miracles. It's a peaceful retreat that combines beauty, history, and the best of Italian wine. 13. Trevi, olive oil capital. Trevi is all about olive oil, the heart of its culture, economy, and cuisine. Perched on a hilltop and surrounded by olive groves, Trevi produces some of the finest extra virgin olive oil in Italy. Visit the Olive Oil Museum to learn about the traditional methods used for generations to create this golden liquid. If you're lucky enough to visit in November, you can join in the Olive Oil Festival, where the whole town celebrates its rich culinary heritage. Trevi is a place where the taste of Italy comes alive in every drop. 12. Spoleto, a cultural hub. Spoleto is a town where history, culture, and art come together. Famous for its annual festival Dei due Mondi, which celebrates music, theater, and art, Spoleto is bursting with creativity. Explore the Rocca Albornosiana, a fortress offering sweeping views of the town and countryside. Imagine walking through the streets, hearing the sounds of a concert in the distance, surrounded by ancient buildings and art. Spoleto is a cultural feast, where every corner has something to discover. (11) Todi, a hilltop retreat. Todi is a charming hilltop town that feels like a retreat from the hustle and bustle of life. As you wander through its medieval streets, you'll find beautiful squares, impressive buildings, and peaceful views of the Tiber Valley. Todi's annual festival is a celebration of art, music, and theater, making the village come alive with creativity. Can you feel the warm sun on your face as you explore the cobbled streets? Todi is the perfect place to slow down, enjoy the views, and let the world unfold around you. The journey isn't over yet. We're heading to even more of Italy's hidden gems, charming hilltops, cliffside marvels, and tranquil lakeside escapes. Each village has a story waiting to be discovered. Ready to dive back in? Let's go. 10. Panicale, a hidden treasure. Perched above Lake Trasimeno, Panicale is a small, peaceful village that feels like a secret you've just uncovered. As you wander through its quiet streets, you'll find beautiful frescoes inside the church of San Michele Arcangelo and one of Italy's smallest theaters, Teatro Cesare Caporali. Can't you just picture yourself sitting by the lake, with the gentle breeze carrying the scent of olive groves? Panicale's local economy revolves around olive oil and wine, so be sure to visit a nearby farm to taste some of the finest produce in the region. It's a perfect spot for those seeking peace and a slower pace of life. 9. Orvieto, a cliffside marvel. Orvieto is a town that will take your breath away, literally perched on a volcanic cliff. The highlight is the cathedral, an awe-inspiring Gothic masterpiece that sparkles in the sun with its intricate facade. But the real magic lies underground. Explore Orvieto's ancient tunnels and caves, which date back to the Etruscan era. Imagine walking through these hidden passages, feeling the weight of history around you. Don't miss the Pozzo di San Patrizio, a deep well that spirals down into the rock. Orvieto's blend of agriculture, especially its famous Orvieto Classico wine, and tourism make it a lively town full of life and history. (8) Gubbio, the medieval jewel. Nestled at the foot of Mount Ingino, Gubbio is a medieval gem that feels frozen in time. Its Gothic architecture and vibrant festivals breathe life into its streets. The Palazzo dei Consoli towers above the village, offering stunning views of the valley below. Close your eyes and imagine the thrill of the Casa dei Carri, Gubbio's famous race where large wooden statues are carried through the streets. The excitement is contagious. This town's economy thrives on tourism, agriculture, and craftsmanship, particularly ceramics and textiles. 7. Civita di Bagnoregio, the dying town. Civita di Bagnoregio is called the dying town, but stepping into it feels like stepping into a fairy tale. Perched on a hill and only accessible by a long bridge, this tiny village of just 12 year-round residents is slowly eroding, but that only adds to its haunting beauty. Can you imagine crossing that bridge, with the world falling away behind you? Stroll through its narrow streets lined with stone houses and stop at a local restaurant to taste the regional cuisine. Every visit helps preserve this fragile wonder, with tourism playing a key role in keeping Civita alive for future generations. Six. Bolsena, lakeside serenity. On the shores of Lake Bolsena, you'll find the peaceful village of Bolsena. This lakeside escape is perfect for relaxing and reconnecting with nature. Imagine spending your day walking along the waterfront promenade, with views of the crystal-clear waters stretching out before you. Bolsena is known for its medieval castle and the Basilica di Santa Cristina, which holds the town's deep-rooted history. Outdoor lovers can enjoy swimming, hiking, and fishing. And don't forget to taste the local olive oil and wine. It's a place where food, history, and nature come together in harmony. Five. Viterbo. The city of the popes. Viterbo is a historic city that was once the home of popes, and it's still full of ancient beauty today. Start your visit at the Palazzo dei Papi, where the popes once lived, then wander through the medieval streets to the Cathedral of San Lorenzo. Can you picture yourself unwinding in the natural hot springs, just like people have done for centuries? Viterbo's thermal baths are legendary, offering a relaxing experience after a day of exploring. With a mix of agriculture, tourism, and thermal spa services, Viterbo's economy is as lively as its annual festivals, which celebrate local traditions and cuisine. 4. Calcutta, the artist's village. Calcutta is a hidden gem like no other. Perched on a cliff and home to a thriving artistic community, this tiny village feels like a world apart. As you wander its narrow streets, you'll find galleries, studios, and craft shops filled with creativity and charm. Imagine looking out over the Tresia River, with stunning views in every direction. You'll feel the artistic energy that flows through Calcutta. The village is known for its bohemian atmosphere, and local artists open their doors to share their work. It's a place where art, nature, and history come together in harmony. 3. Castel Gandolfo, the Pope's summer residence. Just a short drive from Rome, Castel Gandolfo is a charming village overlooking Lake Albano. This town is famous for being the summer residence of the Pope, and you can visit the beautiful Apostolic Palace and its gardens. Picture yourself enjoying a meal at a lakeside restaurant, with the cool breeze and the peaceful sound of the water lapping against the shore. Castel Gandolfo is perfect for water sports, with plenty of opportunities for boating and swimming. It's a tranquil getaway, with tourism and agriculture driving the local economy. 2. Sermonetta, a medieval marvel. Sermonetta is a beautifully preserved medieval village, surrounded by ancient walls and filled with narrow streets that lead you back in time. The star attraction is Castello Caetani, a stunning medieval castle that offers incredible views of the countryside. Can you feel the history beneath your feet as you walk through the village's cobblestone streets? After exploring, relax in one of the cozy restaurants and taste the local dishes made with olives and grapes from the surrounding farms. Agriculture, especially olives and wine, plays a big role in Cerminada's local economy. One. Subiaco, a spiritual retreat. Subiaco is a serene village tucked away in the mountains, known for its stunning monasteries and peaceful atmosphere. The monastery of Saint Benedict is the highlight, a spiritual haven where Saint Benedict lived and founded his order. Imagine walking through ancient halls filled with frescoes, feeling the stillness of the monastery gardens. Subiaco is also a great spot for outdoor activities like hiking and rock climbing, with trails that offer breathtaking views of the surrounding mountains. The local economy thrives on religious tourism, agriculture, and outdoor adventures. What a journey it's been! From cliffside marvels to serene lakeside escapes, we've explored more of Italy's most enchanting villages. But our adventure isn't over yet, there are still 20 more incredible villages to discover. Watch out for part 2. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next leg of our journey through Italy's hidden gems. See you in the next video, and as always, happy travels.